It was another lively morning in Professor Mostafa's classroom. The topic of the day was something his students, Tarek, Layla, and Sarah, had been looking forward to: digital stories and how they enhance language learning. Good morning, everyone. Professor Mostafa began. Today, we're diving into the world of digital stories. Let me start with a simple question. What do you think a digital story is? Layla raised her hand. It's like a regular story, but it uses technology, right? Like videos or pictures? Exactly. Mostafa said with a smile. Digital stories combine text, images, audio, and sometimes videos to tell a story creatively. They bring stories to life. He wrote on the board, digital story equals a multimedia narrative that uses technology to tell a story. Now, Mostafa continued, let's discuss what makes a great digital story. What elements do you think are important? Tarek thought momentarily and said, it needs a good script or narrative. Spot on, Tarek. The script is the backbone of the story, Mostafa said. What else? He asked. Sarah chimed in. Images. They help the audience visualize the story. Exactly, Mostafa said, adding, 2. Images, pictures or graphics that support the story. Layla added, maybe sound or music. It makes the story more engaging. Great point, Mostafa said, writing. 3. Audio, narration, music, or sound effects to enhance the story. And sometimes, he added, you can include short videos to add movement and life. Finally, every digital story needs a theme or message, a reason for telling it. Now, let's think about why digital stories are important for language learning, Mostafa said. Why do you think we use them? Layla spoke first. They help us learn new words in context. Like if a story is about cooking, we'll learn words like ingredients or recipe. Excellent, Mostafa exclaimed. Digital stories are great for vocabulary building. They also help improve listening and speaking skills. How do you think that works? Tarek responded, listening to a story improves comprehension, and narrating a story helps us practice pronunciation. Exactly, Mostafa said. They also let you be creative, which makes learning more enjoyable. And don't forget, they teach us about culture. Stories often reflect traditions, values, or holidays. Sarah added, and they're fun to watch and make. They keep us interested. Absolutely, Mostafa agreed. Digital stories combine learning and entertainment. As the class discussion continued, Mostafa introduced the objectives of their upcoming Digital Stories program. Here's what we'll focus on in this program, he explained. Improving language skills. You'll learn new words and practice grammar and pronunciation. Encouraging creativity. You'll get to create your own digital stories. Exploring culture. We'll include cultural elements in our stories. Learning technology. You'll develop skills in using digital tools. Boosting confidence. Presenting your stories will help you feel more comfortable using English. To wrap up, Mostafa gave them an assignment. For next week, think of a story you want to tell. It can be about a trip, a family memory, or even an imaginary adventure. We'll use it to create your first digital story. Tarek, Layla, and Sarah left the classroom excitedly, their minds filled with ideas. Layla turned to Sarah and said, I think I'll make my story about my trip to the mountains. And I'll do mine about my grandfather's old shop, Tarek added. Sarah smiled. I'm thinking of a story about a magical garden. This is going to be fun. Professor Mostafa watched them leave with a proud smile. He knew they were about to embark on a creative and educational journey that would transform the way they learned language.